There is this thing of AGOA as well, Davi.
Yeah.
And it's my understanding is that it's due to be renewed sometime later this year. Are we at risk here?
Yeah,
Could we
very much.
found ourselves? Because this Trump 2.0, Davi, doesn't seem to be, playing games. Could we lose
Okay,
our
no,
membership
but
here?
let's just see how Trump can affect the South African economy. He can simply by opening his mouth, he can have an impact on the South African economy. In fact, that has already happened. By threatening South Africa, the rand took a knock over the weekend. That's one example. Another one is that you can simply kick South Africa off AGOA. And the way I understand, and I'm not an expert about American politics or legislation, but the way, well, what has become quite clear is that this guy is extremely powerful. He can impose tariffs left, right, and center, and he can force economies into recessions, because that's what's going to happen to Canada and what's going to happen to Mexico now by Donald Trump simply signing a piece of paper. If he can do that, he can certainly kick South Africa off AGOA. Maybe there could be some legal challenges that we can use to try to get back on AGOA, but it seems to me that he can actually kick South Africa off AGOA if he wants to. That's not all. He can even sanction South Africa. He can tell American investors that they're not allowed to buy our debt, as an example. And remember, the Americans and Europeans, they are major funders of the fiscal deficit in South Africa. The point I want to make is that Donald Trump can cause a lot of damage to the South African economy. Even if he kicks us off AGOA, it doesn't mean it's the end of the world, but it will shave off 0.2 or 0.3% of economic growth, for example, and everything adds up eventually. The economy this year, I don't think we're going to see 1.5% economic growth. And if you add some other things, like, for example, a weaker currency to that and high interest rates to that, then economic growth is going to be even weaker. So yes, I'm afraid AGOA is certainly one of those ways of harming the South African economy, but there are many other ways through which the Trump administration can cause immense damage to the South African economy.